Hello guys and welcome to thecroslab.com. Today I'm here with my best friend
Wilson.
Yes sir. And it's time for the famous or infamous roast your website. First of all, let me shout out to my friend Kieran that he volunteered to give his website up for a roasting. And today we're going to see how to improve your web shop with some little steps. We're going to do this on the fly. We're going to see what works, what is not working, and we're going to give us our honest opinions. We're going to have a lot of fun as well, I think, right,
Of
mister?
course. And no script.
No script. There's no script about that. If you're behind the scenes, you see that. It's Bobby's there, behind the scenes. And, right. Okay, let's go. Wilson, you will navigate us through the website. You will be the real user going through this website, find a product. And do you know a little bit about the website already? I already sent a small description, right?
Yeah, you sent me the description, but it's the first time I'm going through it, so it'll be completely new for me.
So this is a website that you want to visit when you want to learn Dutch.
Yes.
All right, let's see how it's working for you, mister.
So right when I access the website, there's a very big banner here. Discover Dutch, Discover Home. That's fine. Small slogan here.
Like, isn't that the most common thing, that the banners are massive? Guys, your banners are massive. Not only the Dutch online, but I go in a lot of web stores and I see massive banners taking over the whole website. No, don't do that. That is a red flag. You should always have a call to action button somewhere there, immediately visible on the page, so people don't have to scroll out. Remember, people take decisions within 1 or 2 seconds by the time they land on the web shop. So yeah, you gotta have a little bit more than the banner. The banner looks good, but for a commercial perspective and conversion rate optimization perspective, it is awful.
So we go down a little bit. We have our course offerings here. I can see here 3 different kinds of courses here. With some images sort of being a bit descriptive. Right here I can already see one thing that doesn't really look very nice. I see a whole bunch of different fonts. So you have a different font for our course offering, for each of the course categories, for the hours, for the description. That's a lot.
Yeah,
a lot of different fonts, so that sort of takes away your attention, you know. It's too different for no apparent reason.
Feels like the developer was trying to explore the possibilities of having as many fonts as possible here.
Exactly.
But also, something I want to emphasize here is very important. We say that to all of our clients, and it is the description of each product. Guys, you can see something very simple. It's a contrast. You have a blue background with the gray letters. This is not going to work. This is really imagine, I say that all the time, so imagine that is someone a little bit, I don't know, with a blurry vision, or you're not wearing your glasses at the moment. You cannot see anything here. I was about to use another word, but you cannot really see anything here, and you need to have contrast. So whenever you have descriptions, make sure you have high contrast, like a white background and black letters or something like that, because these are very important elements on your component, right?
Yes. Also, one thing that I noticed, these elements are not clickable. So the only clickable part of it, if you want to explore a bit more of each of these courses, is a small button, more info over here.
And it's super easy to make the whole thing clickable, right?
Yeah, super easy. That's simple. That drives the customer to go directly into the course. Over here, they have to search for it. And wherever in your website that the customer has to search for it, it has a high rate of being missable. You know, if you miss that, they will not be that interested.
Man has spoken.
Let's go a bit down. Okay. Why learn with us? You have some unique selling points over here.
These are what we call USPs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, these are I'd say these are nicely done. Still, it's a massive component. It's way too big.
Yeah.
And we already scrolled 3 windows of space to get there. You can compose that with less white space, make it a little bit more, tight. And it takes like the millage of scrolling far less.
Yes, exactly. This, if made a bit smaller, they could be way above where they are right now. These are unique selling points. These are something that you want to communicate probably as soon as the user reaches the website, or you want them to be communicated constantly during scroll. If you have to look for it, then people are going to miss it.
Perfect.
So, some testimonials here. Okay.
Yeah, this is to me like testimonials is some of the most important things in a web shop, in a website. It gives you like, it builds trust between the user and the shop itself. And yeah, you gotta put a lot of emphasis in it.
Yes.
I would always say you have to put it higher on your page. Maybe is a second element that people want to see. The first thing they need to see is the product itself, and then they need to see some validation of it. Isn't that right?
Exactly.
And here, like we see, again, is it two different fonts?
It's two different fonts, yeah, two different sizes at least.
Yeah.
So.
And like again, this component is really coming back from 1995 or something. This is a very ugly component. I'm allowed to say that. It's a roast. So this is a very ugly component, and there's Kagla and there is Adile, and who are these people? I mean, okay, how do they validate it? Are there real people? Even like I don't see an image, or you can make that component way more interesting and believable, because I don't believe. Well, what is this? Yeah, this is like definitely needs to be reworked, and I would even say remade.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, and go higher on the page, guys. This is very important. Testimonials high on the page.
And these are, as you mentioned, they are made to build trust. If there's just some words thrown out there, I don't know if these are real people. If you add a picture, or if you add probably the country where they're coming from, since it's a language school, it actually makes people believe that someone came from abroad and actually learned with you. But if there's just a name here randomly thrown away, yeah, this is not really believable. And
yeah, it misses a lot of information, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely.
And now we're going to the call to action. It's in the end of the website.
Yeah.
Book a course today. This should be the first thing you see. This should be the first thing you see when you land on the website. You can combine it with the massive banner you have. You can make the banner a little bit smaller, but those buttons, this is where your source of income comes from. And this is something that needs to be immediately visible on the website. You land there, you see, hey, book a course today. These are courses, this is our contact admissions, and if you have it down there on the page, maybe like 1% of the people that are gonna visit your web shop are gonna go that far below, so this is a red flag as well. This gotta be higher on the page for sure.
This could be in the banner. The banner has so much space
Exactly,
in there,
yeah,
so
exactly.
The banner over there could easily fit this component. And I think I just wanted to take a look really briefly at how it looks on mobile.
Let's do it.
Most people actually access the website from there. So this would be pretty much how
I see half a girl.
iPhone 12. So here you see half a girl, a massive banner. It feels like the website does not have anything else. Just this little thing Dutch Online. Yeah.
I don't understand, and also I'm interrupting you a lot. Sorry about that. But like the copy here, that's something very important as well. Like having really complete and descriptive copies. Discover Dutch, discover home. Like I have the feeling that I'm in IKEA right now. I'm not sure if this is a Dutch Online course. What do you mean by discover home? Yeah. Well, what is that supposed to mean? I mean, discover Dutch, discover home. Yeah, and, can I buy a chair here? What is this place? I don't know. So this is like a very unclear copy, straightforward, very unclear copy. And yeah, and of course we're missing the call to action, which should be the first thing you see.
Exactly. Just to quickly scroll down a bit more, you have the same components over here. Fine, same USBs with this image here makes it a lot bigger. This is a massive amount of white space. Though you can see in here, this is probably too much. Yeah, from here you can actually see these are very different fonts.
Yeah, those are
testimonials.
This I've seen some scripts like that in yeah, I don't know. This is like this is very no, this is not working. Let's put it like that. Let's stop with the hardcore roasting for a second and be honest. Like this is really not working.
Yeah.
First of all, you only have 2 testimonials, and if you want to, if you want to have 5, are you going to scroll for a day? No, you can just put them on the side like a carousel. You save space, and this component, as we said, definitely needs to be reworked. But yeah, we already see a couple more red flags on the mobile.
Absolutely. Just over here, I see these buttons are not really aligned.
Yeah.
Just in a quick video, so this is
Who
something
needs that anyway?
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back to where we were.
Shall we open the menu a little bit on the mobile and see how it looks like as well?
Sure. Let's go.
I've seen a nice hamburger up there.
Okay.
There you go. 1994. Here we are. Time travel. You can definitely do a way better folding out
Yeah.
menu there. It's not that hard, and it gives the sense of more professional environment in your web shop. I think.
So. Yeah, this closes up and down. Shall I go to another page? See what's in there?
Let's see. Like I want to have a better look. So let's go back to desktop and let's have a look where we're going next.
Let's go private lessons then.
Let's do that.
Okay. Okay. Private online class. Basic go.
Like let's give you some good credit here. I love that this website has the rates already there. Most of the web shops, they hide the rates and they have rates and prices on demand. Don't do that. That is a red flag as well. You gotta have your prices there. So good job there. Yeah. And yeah, we know what we're looking for. If I'm in the price range, I'm there. If I'm not in the price range, I'm not gonna go there. And I'm gonna give you a small example here that if I'm willing to pay $30, and it's not showing there, I'm just skipping. I'm looking somewhere else. Like, okay, I don't know do I have to send an email? That's a lot of work. So you move on to the next web shop and that's it. But here we have it. So good job for that. Yeah, one thing we're doing good here is showing the rates.
Okay.
A lot of white space as well. A lot of white space. And it feels like this is where the page ends. There's nothing below. Yeah. But hey, is there something else below? Yes, there is. Yes, more important stuff.
Course objectives and outcomes, confidence in speaking Dutch. Okay.
So this whole component, it could be a rolling USB somewhere in the first part without need of this whole thing. It just could be rolling in a small part, and you save time, space, and everything is visible. The more information, the better in your website. So that's always good to remember.
And it just ends here. Book a course today, contact admissions.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, if you contact admissions,
what happens?
You're taken out for the...
Perfect, then you can book something there. That's nice, perfect. Remember, that could happen way earlier in the funnel.
True. So just some integration XM training. I know for a fact that this is really important for everyone looking for language courses in the Netherlands. It's one of the most sought out products because important for everyone doing integration here. So this page could have, in my opinion, a whole bunch more of information. It's so ideal for people looking for it. It's such expensive in order people to do this integration training for the inburgering and everything. So over here, if I'm someone that's looking and making sure that I'm getting the right course for my needs, I might keep it because just integration XM training, there are 2 bits of information here that just talking to me about the objectives. These integration exams take 5 exams just on them, who are not even mentioned here. So this might not be ideal for me if I'm looking for specifically one of them or 5 of them. If there's just 2 bits of information, this is probably not enough to convince me that I should do this course.
Not only know about CRO and A/B testing, we also know about Dutch courses.
Yes.
Good stuff. Yeah, and also, as you said, because I'm not an expert on Dutch courses, I don't speak that well Dutch, and that should be very, very earlier in the funnel, right?
Yeah.
This kind of information, that would be very helpful.
Exactly.
So you can already try to think a new way to rearrange the way you project your content in your website. All right, so what's next?
Okay, company lessons. So we can see all these product pages have similar templates.
Yeah, this is some good point here. I was about to point that out. You can see that this is a copy paste, and you can just move the content to the right and the image to the left, and just create the illusion of something different instead of having the same thing. It's boring and demotivating, to be honest, to keep. It's not demotivating to really look for it, but I'd say with just a little simple trick like that, move the text to the right, move the image to the left, and you can just make this impression of something is changing.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, these things are important. The users and the visitors really appreciate that, and it's something, of course, you can always test and find out if it's working or not, but most of the time it is working.
Right here you see the amount of white space in this space specifically is very high.
It's insane, yeah.
This drives me to believe that there is nothing else about the page.
Yeah, there's a lot of white space on the right. It's crazy.
Right.
And you could use this component, for example, and put it there. And then you have a smaller, more compact page, and of course more call to actions because you got to go again to the end. This is super red flag. Let's point that out a million times. It's very important. I see it in a lot of web stores, like their call to actions are so low that sometimes they're not even visible, like for example here. And this is your main source of income. Your KPIs come from there, so you need to have that very visible and very fast on your page and your funnel.
Just would like to point out, and maybe this is just my opinion, I'm not a big fan of this image down here. I don't know what it represents. I don't know how it can.
It's a world, but it's a little bit. It's a foggy day, It's probably.
It should represent the Netherlands.
Probably that's it. Yeah, the weather is not really good, but
okay. Yeah, it doesn't have the best contrast with this phrase as well, but it's So this could be something that catches more attention. I'd just like to check how these pages with each of the courses look on mobile, just so we can.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay. So let's make sure we're in a dimension of a normal cell phone. This is okay. It's coming back down here. All right.
And a lot of white space here. And remember, most of the visitors you're gonna have in your web shop and in your website coming through mobile phones. So always try to think that whatever you build, whatever you create, needs to be mobile friendly. This is so important. Most of the users and the visitors coming through mobiles. So yeah, have that in mind. Very important.
Perfect. Let's see if there's anything else that we have missed.
I think only the About Us is the last part. And yeah, again, About Us, like a massive banner here. All right, let's scroll a little bit down. The fonts are a little bit outdated. Hey, I like that. Look at that. That was nice.
Cool.
That was nice.
Cool, yeah.
Why would I have that kind of stuff in the homepage? And we have to go all the way to the end. That is beautiful. Hey, look at that. That is very interesting and nice, and made me smile.
Nice.
It makes the page alive.
It's less white space in here.
Yeah, we're back to the white space thing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But to be honest, the About page so far is probably the page I like the
Actually,
most.
yeah. It's the further away page there, and it's probably the better looking one. Let's see that on the mobile. I'm very curious as well. See how it looks like.
Okay, the banner doesn't look as bad as.
No, yeah, it's good. So imagine that this could be like also the desktop version, a smaller banner, your core values there. Very important to communicate that, and yeah, then you move forward to the rest. Yeah, a lot of content. Don't do this in your about us. Just make sure you're composed. Nobody's going to read a novel.
Yeah.
And this image here
Stretched out.
is, yeah, what happened there? That's not how you project your images.
And then a massive amount as well.
Yeah, okay, sure.
All right. I think we've gone through
More or less everything, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so here you are now, like you have a ton of information how to improve your web store already. I think if you implement that in your web shop, and let's try to do that, Kieran. Let's implement that stuff, and you tell us later how did that work for you, and then we can share that with everybody else. And I think implementing these little things that a lot of people they don't know, and especially when you're not in the field, you don't understand the opportunities you can have, right, with your web shop and your website in general. There's so many little things you can change, and they can create major impact. And this is something that we're trying to preach and educate everybody, that with small changes like that, small changes, like if you scroll a little bit lower to the content, like small changes, believe it or not, if you have 10,000 visitors in the web shop, and now you change the background of the letters here to white and the letters to black, it's going to be definitely a 5 or 10% more conversions in the end of the day, because people can actually read better. They are investing more time in the web shop in general. A lot of other things you can learn from it. And yeah, that's just a start. Dutch Online, guys, great job. I would like to thank you, Kieran, again for reaching out and give us the opportunity to do that and share with everybody else. This is amazing. And for everybody else that want to do that, reach out to us. It's always fun, and roasting websites is something we do for our clients, and they love it. They learn so many things out of it. And you can get information. Also, you can get user experience in real time. You can see a user going through your funnel, through your buttons, through your content, see the frustrations and the experiences they have. This is very important, and you can have tons of information, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, just for now, quick experience and out of one user just going through, and we already found a whole bunch of things that we could improve, and that would make the user experience way more pleasant. Imagine having people testing, going through your website in overall on the web, with a lot of people going through, how much info you can get back.
Beautiful. So this will be it. Thank you all for being here with us, and I hope you had as much fun as we do. Thank you, Wilson, for joining me here in this amazing roast. Thank you, Bobbies, for being behind the camera and taking care of everything there. If you want your website to get roasted, reach out to us and we're going to help you do it. We're more than happy to roast your website. Always a pleasure. Until next time, this is Nicholas and
Wilson.
And this is the CrowsLab.com studios, and we'll see you soon.
And cut!